Trying to coalesce this team. They're trying to figure out, can they play with two bigs? You got the entire... Giddy outside to Shai. Shai somehow kept his balance
in there. Gilgeous-Alexander, the pull up. Oh my goodness. Anderson did a great job not falling for the pump, but he did no Gobert. And so it's slow-mo playing the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander, the pull-up at the free throw line.
Such a good mid-range jump shooter.
Anderson turns it over. Gilgeous-Alexander cashes the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander driving on Noel. Time trickling off the clock, and he scores.
A lot of close games this season, so they're trial tested here. 2-2 in overtime. But that man right there leads the NBA in clutch thrown out of the game. But Shai Gilgeous trying to work his magic in the paint and makes it work. Well, how about that slippery move? That's Kevin McHale's slippery.
Watched by Noel. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up from the free throw line, and he is ridiculous.
Transition. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the penetration and the bucket.
Hey, you know what? That was great defense by Clinton.
Block from behind by Josh Giddey. To get him started off early.
Yeah, and what you want to do with him, you want to try to get him in position where he's getting easier.
You feel like sometimes that Jalen may want to defer to some of the guys in Trey and DJ Murray.
And that's good, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you punish them little guys for switching.
Orders. You know, right now you look at less than 3 minutes left to go. OKC down already, as you said, another basket by SGA.
OKC, guys, there have been 8 lead changes so far in this game, and it's only the first quarter. Back and forth. Good ball move for OKC there. Jarrett Culver, though, I mean, come in these last 3 games, really stepped up his game.
But Oklahoma, they find a way to score the basketball.
Wide open shot from 3, and he just misses.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he loves contact, and well, that's how the NBA is. You know, sometimes you get a lot of games at home, and then you hit the road, and hey.
What we've seen is that Trey get a chance to be able to go uncontested down for that runner. How important is it for him to be able to have, you see a nice little move by SGA for the spin and the dunk.
And how about this all-star move here? Man, on a spin, it's hard to get up in the air that quick, especially when there's so much traffic.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trying to do a little too much.
SGA beat 3 defenders. Gets the 2 points.
intercepting the cross-court pass. Gilgeous-Alexander retreats beyond the three-point line and laces the 3.
Parent you and say, no, what you're like Josh. Yeah. That's what it's going to become.
For sure.
Gilgeous-Alexander in the cut, Giddey. They make the extra pass. Gilgeous-Alexander down the lane, lays it up in it for Adams. And Robinson Earl goes. Gilgeous-Alexander gets to the free throw line where he encounters Dylan Brooks. Fade away over Dylan, and that's just a tough shot over really
hard and been able to be rewarded with a lay-in.
Grizzlies by 8. And interior mention.
Same haircut.
And to the basket goes Gilgeous-Alexander. He puts it up and in. Paisley deals back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Isaiah Joe, the former Sixer, has checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander, a tough shot as he works through Neto.
The Raptors like Spider-Man. Boom, yeah.
Robin Lopez has checked in as Gilgeous-Alexander muscles his way to the basket. Gilgeous-Alexander relays to Joe, gets it back. He'll spin on Neto to the paint, flick it up and in over Lopez as Gilgeous-Alexander has 11 first quarter points. Firing the 3. He's 2 of 5 here in this first half. Gilgeous-Alexander back in the ball game, probably zigzag. Keep grinding, long way to go.
Yep, keep grinding, keep chipping away,
Gilgeous-Alexander with a tough shot. Pokachevsky now inside to Gilgeous-Alexander. Twist fades away and scoring.
Catch you out of the corner of your eye. Dodo for 3, cut to the basket, and
stuck around, so it had to be soft. Shai coming right back at you.
Man, lightning quick.
Yes, he is.
Fins off Luka for a rebound.
Everybody's struggling from the perimeter. Shai again on the inside. He missed 3.
score. You know what shooters do, Hart?
Shoot.
There you go.
Why wouldn't they? Especially a guy like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Not a hint of iron on that jumper. Shai Gilgeous Alexander, not a hint of iron on that jumper either.
Because he takes quite a few threes.
Second offensive foul of the quarter on the Mavs. Oh. Now it's Gilgeous Alexander, and that's down the lane. Shai.
Oh my goodness.
That is ridiculous. Block.
Oh.
Gonna shoot a three. Hey! And makes it, and then
hard to believe that's his first basket.
That is his first basket. Yeah. Double of free throws.
That's it.
And 9 of 15 from the floor.
That's spectacular.
Man, that was a ferocious dunk. Dorsey had a good quote for Under the Hood earlier. That would be my quote, Under the Hood. That's a good. All prayers are answered. Sometimes the answers are. Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
Got to see the ball.
Mavs are up by 11. Gilgeous Alexander around the defense and slithers to the cup to score.
Man, it's like a snake.
Looking for 40 points. He's got it. He's trapped, and he's up against the sideline and the midcourt line. He passes to Hardaway, but it's stolen. It's Oklahoma City leaking out and dunking again.
It's been a winning culture over the years. As Shai goes right to work on Tyler Hero, dumps it inside. There is J. Dubbins. Leading score for Miami at over 21 points per game. Shai again on Tyler Hero and puts it up and in. And he won Sixth Man of the Year last year for Miami, but he was hurt in the playoffs. He was a big absence. As Shai bisects the lane, gets right up to the cup. He is a sharpshooter from the outside. Shai pulls up, does not go in Adebayo, and connects. You got to go through the road trip. Now you get rewarded with some time at home. Paisley steps into it. The rim on Dedmon. He's used to slamming those down hard. Now it's Muscala straight away on the three. Picking up some threes and 4 threes against Dallas. Now Shai comes in from behind. Gets the steal, puts his head down, and finishes with the left hand.
When you're not in a crowd, boy, it's just so easy to make that call for the officials.
Shai, mid-range shot is good. Taking all creatures to him.
Look at all the black shirts around him. That's a wide open look for Jay. Pretty good.
Now it's Robinson turning it over. Up ahead to Wiggins. Behind Tyler Hero. He took that shot in transition from Omarui. Shai spins. Shot.
All the sunset jerseys. Wiggins comes up with it.
It's amazing. The three-point shot. You live and you die. Shai, what a shot on the baseline. The subtle bounce off Oladipo into the fadeaway. Sent Minnesota the loss. Only loss that Minnesota had after leading going into the fourth quarter. At the scores table. Shai puts his head down, then puts the brakes on, pulls up, and gets that friendly bounce. As Shai puts his head down on McDaniels and then shows the touch again. Shai missed the layup attempt in transition. Shai, what a bounce pass inside Omarui.
Minnesota was 16 attempts compared to just 3 for the Thunder, and I spoke to Thunder player development coach Eric.
Score with 19, but obviously, Michael, the turnover's a little bit of a problem for OKC in the first half. Shai aggressive, gonna go right to the line and have a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. His options. Now Shai off balance, so he banked it in. Had Rivers right on his hip, not a problem, full speed. 8 for 13 prior to that miss. Shai right through the teeth of the Minnesota defense. OKC has been on the season. Shai left wide open. Minnesota just completely falls asleep on the inbounds. So they want to keep that ball moving around the perimeter. Shai with the step back, straight away three. They get Minnesota's turn to cough it up. Here is Shai around Anderson, puts the shot in, and we are tied at 88. In the second quarter, in the third quarter, turned into a lead. Shai out to Waters, catch fire three, that's good. As Shai diagnoses the defense. Got a little mismatch here with Reed. Goes between his legs, fires it inside. How about the vision and then the...
You know, that's his game, just playing in transition, using his athleticism to get to the basket. You know, when you talk about athleticism, and that
was drafted by the Blazers. He's had no notions whatsoever of wanting to leave. Once again, really trying to push the pace. SGA spins on Simons and then guides it home. Could be explosive. He had 11 threes in the game earlier this year against Minnesota. That was actually a week ago. As Wiggins, Justice Winslow. Ends up being a three-point trip for Portland. Shai right back the other way. Strikes from the ones you want to avoid. Shai trying to back down Simons, fading away, and that is smooth.
And that's a shot he was trying to get to on that last.
And Shai trying to fend off Hart. He's a good defensive player. Hart hits the deck. Shai steps back and drills the short shot. Now the Thunder down by just a point. Can regain the lead. Shai bounces off of Lillard. Elbow jumper is good. Eubanks with all that size. Big thing here is where the Thunder catch this. Shai gets it, spins away, baseline shot. Shai puts it in and walks it off in OKC. Kissing the Blazers goodnight. An incredible game on an incredible night. Shai so comfortable, so smooth, and he's got himself a game winner.
And tell me if that's not an all-star move. You put the game ball in the hands of your best player. How about the pass by J-Dub? Just to get it to him, and just enough.
Got deflected, intended for him. And Shai hits it ahead, and Giddey in transition. I get the
smart player, got great hands. Nice cut by Shai, and a nice pass by Giddey. Sometimes you got to do that.
Shai goes left. Kept it himself. What a ball fake. Right to the rack. Easy layup. Deflections as a more important stat.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That's that's an even better example, partner.
Get to his spot on the baseline. He became the Portland Trailblazers' all-time leading scorer. Shai maneuvers in the lane. Different ways to manufacture offense. Shai, mid-post shot on the way. Used a little arc.
Under that lead briefly.
Shoots the ball with a lot of confidence. Shai, off balance. 7 consecutive for Portland. The Thunder need to tap into some offense. So a little sidestep. SGA gives him that quick offense. What a move. Got by Nurkic.
Yeah, once he got that switch on Nurkic, ball out of his hands because he's going to be looking to do a lot of the scoring load. SGA slices and dices his way to the basket.
No, I'm saying
OKC Thunder team.
Yeah.
Sure. No, not at all. I'll tell you what, that's
Alexander.
He's gotten there a few times.
Shai catches, flashes, and is going to get that home outside. Now Shai going to work on Murphy. Oh, he slips underneath. Shai just below the free throw line, pulls up and sticks it. Midway through quarter number 2. Shai, the speed, saw the defense coming up and pulls up.
But what's the key to that? Your shoulder width with your feet not being wider up top than your shoulders?
Much as Shai bisects the lane and then elevates for the jam. Games of the homestand.
And well, you've only played, what, 33 games so far? Man.
Oh, what a pass. What a dish. Beautifully. Shai's got a mismatch with Valanciunas. He'll step into the 3. Shai, the rainbow 3, not a problem.
They're big. Hernan Gomez or Valanciunas to come away from that basket.
Oh, Shai, that's a teardrop. Got it up over Hernan Gomez. The touch. Shai trying to go to work. Oh, what a pass. This time it's Pokus.
Have to send everybody to the glass to help out.
Big front line, small backcourt. Oh, Shai negotiating inside. Takes the bump, plus the feats that they've got to execute. Now they got to execute on this possession. Shai wants to step back 3. Got the step back 3 over Murphy. We go back on top. Now push out the lead to 4. Shai, head down. Oh, he's going to get the roll and go right back to the free throw line. Jones missed the reverse. Thunder have to get a bucket here. SGA, high arcing and got the bucket right over Hayes. And he's got 44 on the...
They're so good at playing with such a pace.
Shai isolated on the baseline, pump fake, step through, finger rolling in.
44% from the field. You have the total package. How about that pass there with a total package?
Down in San Antonio. Shai operating at the elbow, stops, pops, and hits in the mid-range quarter. Shai stops at the elbow, pulls up in the middle of the floor, hits again in that mid-range. Mike, that shot, you counter it if you're OKC.
Well, just get back to the basics. You know, you were pushing the basketball, you were getting in the paint.
Up ever since.
And the Thunder did, what they, thought was best for him too, being a part of the organization.
Tough early fall. Shai attacks, stops at the elbow, hits a jumper. He gets blocked by Muscala. Great verticality by Muskie, and J-Dub finishing out in the open.
Everybody kind of converges on his shot.
Shai slices to the bucket, lefty finish at the rim.
Intel is still coming in on him because he's still in the infancy stages of his career. That guy's not in the infancy stages of his career. SGA knocks down timely shots for the Spurs.
Shai gets to his spot in the mid-range and hits.
Mentions to his game. It's all on display tonight, folks.
J-Dub finishes again down low. Forced the most turnovers per game as a defense this season, but it's not been with wild aggression. It's just been by being in their spots, and Shai, he finds his spots better than just about.
He's done that with it every time. Mason closing in on 50 dunks on his year. Dort. Hornets with 25, 4 minutes left in our first quarter. Gilgeous, Alexander. In case you're wondering, no one in the history of the Hornets has ever done. Well, no, I take it back. Gerald Wallace once had a 41-point game without a made three. There's a three.
Talking about Teo Maladon.
Yeah, we've been super impressed with what he has done so far with the Hornets. Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
And with Mark playing so well, Nick not quite 100%, he can get 100%.
Wow, man. Shai Gilgeous Alexander, fun to watch, isn't he?
Percentage-wise, you got to find ways to score. OKC's doing a good job of running the Hornets off the line. This guy.
Gilgeous Alexander with his 20th and floater.
Unselfish play.
Man, carbon copy. We've seen that 6 times here in our first half. The game, if they get a bucket this time down the floor. Muscala. Oh, my goodness. Clearly knows his role.
It tells me he's not a shot blocker.
Gilgeous Alexander, 2 feet in the paint. Rips it, rebounded by Jalen Williams, the one from Arkansas. Gilgeous Alexander ties the ball game. Williams with his best scoring game as a pro, already with his best rebounding game as a pro. JT Thor trying to stay in front of SGA. Jalen Williams, Kenrich Williams, and the man with the ball, Shai Gilgeous Alexander. That's the 5 on the floor for the Thunder. Jalen Williams, the step through. He's at 2. Gordon Hayward back on the floor, replacing McDaniels. Gilgeous Alexander. Wow.
The Clippers. Shai putting his head down, gets to the cup, slices throw. He's going to get an and one. He had that big-time slam, too. As SGA sees himself open and rips the cords.
This is new. All right, it's my time.
Shai getting downhill. Then goes up right over House for the slam. Have we had a travel yet tonight? I don't think so. We're going to get an and one as SGA just gave Daniel House.
It's going to be a long night. It really feeds into their pace. We've got to be solid with the basketball.
Clever Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Williams, the rookie out of Santa Clara, bringing it up the floor. Gilgeous Alexander knocks down the jump. Anthony. Gilgeous Alexander. Count the basket and a foul on Anthony.
Oh, we've got to look.
Here he comes again. Orlando closes the door on him. 15-footer is good. Gilgeous Alexander. Fadeaway jumper. Again, that is a shot that you will surrender to Shai Gilgeous Alexander
in the first half.
What a find by Gilgeous Alexander, and back-to-back 3. Hampton is on Gilgeous Alexander. First missed 3 of the game for Terrence. Gilgeous Alexander gets to his spot and puts another one in. Alexander. Hampton, the defender. Turnaround fadeaway jumper, a rainmaker by Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
Him to get that shot off. Shai was giving him a little 90s forearm.
It's been fun to watch so far this season. How about that? That's something fun there too.
Another block from SGA, this time on a Hachimura. Sidestep to the cup and he'll finish it off on the other end. That's the kind of any kind of shooting pockets for Washington.
He's already got a block.
Shai going to have an open lane for the rim rocker and the easy swing. An impossible shot for Kuzma. That's been a common theme. Shai's going to go right by the defense. Thunder just had their way in the first half. Shai, he sticks to mid-range.
You're going to start a riot in the gym. Yeah, we're all going to look at you now. That's a great pass.
Shai sprinting up the floor, gets it right back. Open three, high archer just in front of the Thunder bench as he splashes it home.
That 20-point mark.
Thunder shot it so well. Now Shai goes inside, just knifing his way right through the Washington defense for the reverse. Hachimura's got 7. Shai once again slams on the brakes and fades away.
Bradley take that with a fresh 14 seconds on the shot clock. Approaching 5 minutes.
Oh, beautiful give and go. Giddey gave it right back where it came from Shai, who's got nothing but smiles. Miscue by the Wizards. Would have been a 24-second violation, but it's advantage. Here is Shai, long strides right to the cup, banks it home.
I believe he's just a rookie, folks.
Shai, that's his first shot of the game. Right at the free throw line, nailed so smooth.
Isaiah Joe on the bounce. Loves to shoot threes. Gave it up. Gilgeous Alexander takes a tumble as he drives and finishes.
Here at Paycom Center. Final home game before the Thunder going to head on the road. And Shai gets NBA.com. Well, Shai tried to bait the whistle, hung in the air, wanted to get it, didn't get it, but still.
Gatorade behind me or something?
Is doing all right back there?
Yeah.
I'll take a coffee, Mike, if you got it.
You got to come home. He's made that shot throughout his career.
Shai turns on the Jets and gets right to the cup. Smooth left hand.
Gilgeous Alexander, a drive, a bump.
Trey Mann will let Shai operate. Goes right by Hardaway Jr. off balance, somehow flung it up and it goes in, plus the foul. Shai's got 7 in a row, going to work on Bullock, good defensive player. Bullock pressuring him outside. Shai gets to his spot, leans in for it, and he's going to get the bounce to close out the quarter.
Dallas did not get that ball below the 3-point line on that possession.
And Shai once again fighting through the congestion. Holes in the Dallas defense. Shai outside Giddey, catch fire 3, and he's got himself. Shai was taking the right read too. Now he steps into the mid-range. SGA 33 on the night.
Figured, look, if they can make me look good on the SVG POV cartoon, they should be able to make me sound good by giving me.
Gilgeous Alexander trying to get to the basket, pulls up once again. So that seems to be open.
Butler takes it right back and creates a 3.
Gilgeous Alexander lays it in, and there is the drive he was looking for. They stretch their lead to the biggest of the night. There's Mike Muscala able to
in the league, and yet Oklahoma City just keeps fouling.
And they're perfect as Gilgeous Alexander. Beautiful finish and a foul. Orlando Robinson is out with 3 fouls. He sits the remainder of this second quarter. Gilgeous Alexander feeling it out. 3-pointer is good. A little bit unorthodox shot, but it goes down.
Ball was still in the air. Great presence of mind to get that ball out.
Isaiah Joe hits a 3. Shot clock down to 6. Now Gilgeous Alexander. Carter Oladipo's right with him. Oh, a tough shot. And Shai Gilgeous Alexander been playing from behind most of this game. Gilgeous Alexander, smooth operator, able to knock down a mid-range jump shot. Oklahoma City back in front.
Smith and Orlando Robinson. So not a ton of choices for Eric Spoelstra.
Oh, Shai Gilgeous Alexander gives the Thunder the lead.
Pick and rolls. He'll be okay with JoJo's jump shot. It's when JoJo gets to the bucket.
That one might have brought rain. Tough shooting and kid. Well, staying in. SGA, a little shoulder to create space with Tyrese guarding him. The rebounds.
How quick he is.
And blowing past the Sixers. And I believe he might have just moved past our Joel Embiid in the All-Star voting today.
Yeah,
so, Sixers fans.
It's a work.
Shai gets loose on the baseline. Shai has 9. Embiid Harden with 8.
Ew.
Off 11 now for the guy they call SGA.
That one had a smell to it.
Tucker Williams intercepted it.
Goodness. One extra? I think there was one extra.
Gilgeous Alexander with 17. Lead all scorers. Get a hand on that offensive rebound.
JoJo coming back slowly.
Gilgeous Alexander off the window for 2.
Right there.
They knocked off Dallas and Luka on Sunday, beat Washington on Friday. So this young team led by this.
One eye looking ahead instead of the task at hand. And sometimes games like this happen.
Gilgeous Alexander up and in 27 and counting for Melton. Had his hands on the rebound and had it poked away. Gilgeous Alexander, the pull up. And he gets the roll. Put up a
I just know
game high 46 points in that game.
Yeah, I just know I have more inner peace whenever I can.
Makes the right decisions with the basketball. He is not a black hole. You got to trust your big fella that he will feed you. You got to get out there on this kid.
Mike Muscala handled the basketball.
Yes.
Now he's matched up with Shai. Tough fading jumper for, I agree with you, a guy who should. Here is Gilgeous Alexander with a very tough drive. Let that one just short. Here comes Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Off to Baisley, and he elevates for 2 more. To the iron and tipped out. SGA the blow by in the jam. The Billy Donovan protege going back to his days in Florida. He was a GA for Donovan. Oh, what a cutback pass by SGA to Williams. This kid is crafty. A shot fake, steps in, jumper. That shot fake is really smooth for Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
It's so smooth. It's Tommy Edwards, man. He's done a good job.
Fabulous job. Shai Gilgeous Alexander back in the game and back in the scoring column.
And that's why you bring your closer.
5 assists. The Bulls down 9. 3:15 left. SGA sets up Williams, and the rookie comes up.
That was a big part of their 51% shooting the other night. They had lost 6 in a row on the road until their last 2. The bank shot goes. Williams on the drive. He's met by Morris. Gilgeous Alexander with a shot clock winding down. Hesitates and hits.
Way giving offensive rebound. If you do these things, there's a formula to beat this team.
Shai Gilgeous Alexander switching hands. Here's Dort, makes his move on Claxton, shovels, Gilgeous Alexander hangs at hand. 5 on the floor. Williams spin, cutter, Gilgeous Alexander, great length, 6'11" wingspan. Get a shot off in the half court. Gilgeous Alexander drags the defender and scores from the Cononite.
Joe Harris missing open shots, and Lou Dort is 4 for 6.
And Shai Gilgeous Alexander is a closer. Alexander taking their time, 10 to shoot. SGA, step back, that's tough. Really tough.